Hey, what's up? My name is Jam and I'm here to talk about the Real Houses of Nairobi. This was episode 9. This was a really good episode. This was a good episode, okay? Please like, share, comment, subscribe, support me, bitch.
Support me, bitch!
So the episode started off with Vera. She invited Minnie and Simone for a play date with her and Asia. And I want to say this, Asia is a really beautiful girl. Like, stop with the filters on Instagram and don't even care about what people say about her skin color or whatever. Like, honestly, she's a really beautiful girl. Look at even how we know, like, Asia is so cute, because she's super cute. She's super cute, so stop it. So Minnie asked Vera, why didn't you come to Sonal's event? You were invited, right? And Vera was like, oh, so sorry, I was so sick. I don't know if these girls are forgetting that they are being filmed and being recorded. Because Vera, last week, you just said you came and you found that the event was done already. You were at the gate and they told you the event was done. You were late. So you did come. So you saying that you were sick, I don't know, you... Again, stop lying, because you've been recorded, you're being filmed. In the confessionals last week, you said you came and it was done. So you did come, okay? Stop saying you were sick, okay? Okay, so Minnie says, okay, so while we were at the event, the Swahili night came up, and I want to say, personally, me, I felt really bad that no one was there to usher us in. And Vera is acting dumb, like, oh really? What time did you come? And she's like, me and Dr. C, we came at 3. And Vera said, oh, it's because you came early, but your invitation said 3 o'clock. So they didn't come early, they were on time. You were the one who was late. Vera said that she appreciates that Minnie is telling her and not telling other people, and then she has to hear it from other people. I told you guys, she was pissed with Sonal because it was one, Sonal said it on camera about the MC and the champagne thing. She didn't want that. Because she wasn't pissed at Susan. And Susan is the one who actually said it. So now I was just repeating it. So Vera goes on to ask, she didn't even apologize. They start talking about Sonal and Vera is asking Minnie. So, no, Vera is telling Minnie, listen, I felt like Sonal wanted to create drama between me and Susan. But this is what I'm saying. Even though Sonal wanted to create drama, Susan actually said, yes, I said that. So it's not like Sonal lied. She just said what Susan said. Was it good? No. Like, if I'm telling you something, I don't expect you to go open your mouth and talk about it. Okay? So, do I think that was to cause drama between you and Susan? I don't think so. I really don't think so. What's her name? Minnie said that Sonal wants people to fight her battles. Like, if she's beefing with Vera, she doesn't want you to talk to Vera, she doesn't want you to talk to Vera. And that's kind of a bit true. Last episode, Sonal did not want Vera to be invited to the lingerie party, which I understand also. It was also fresh for her. She didn't feel like she wanted her around. She didn't feel like that she wanted that energy around. So maybe that's why Minnie feels like Sonal wants people to fight her battles. But to add on what Minnie said, when Vera and Sonal fought, Sonal, you actually started telling Minnie, you know Vera called you broke, but you didn't tell her this when you and Vera were tight. So you told her this when you and Vera are having a tiff tap, and that's when you're telling her, yo, Vera actually called you broke. So I get what Minnie was trying to say. When you fight with Sonal, she'll just not do anything, but she'll just try and make you be on her side. So I get what Minnie was trying to say. Vera was like, this is very childish. This is very it's so high school-ish. She said that it's so high school-ish. It's funny that Vera is the person who's saying it's so high school-ish. Vera says that she's not a bad person, but if you come for her, she'll just defend herself. And Minnie was like, girl, listen, that's not what we're gonna do here. That's not what we'll do here. What you say to Sonal was a bit too much. It was too much, okay? the popping pills, the talking about her mental health, talking about her husband and her kids, that was a bit too much. Vera said that she does acknowledge she was wrong. She was just trying to stand up for herself. It's okay, Vera, you can stand up for yourself, but you don't have to be that mean. And I get emotion sometimes, especially when you're fighting. You can go to the gutter with someone, but you have to be mindful of what you're also saying to someone, especially someone with mental health problems. You have to be very mindful. But Vera did say that she was wrong. Vera said that she was wrong. Minnie said that Vera does owe Sonal an apology, and well, we saw later on that she did apologize, so that was good. Susan and Sonal, when I tell you these two, if there's one thing these two will give you is luxury. Luxury. That's one thing they'll give us. These two were looking stunning, and they were going to Kempinski to drink some gold tea. When I tell you, Susan was excited, and they were both looking really fly. They really were, with their gowns. Now this, I understand why you'd go to Kempinski wearing a gown and you're going to drink gold tea. This one I understand, okay? The one you and Minnie did, you're going to a coffee shop. But this one I do understand. So of course, Sonal starts with saying, what Vera did to me was really hurtful. I've been crying a whole week, but you know what? Now I'm good. I've let it go. I invited her to my event. She didn't come. She actually came. She was just late. And then Sonal just threw a jab, but no one missed her. We all had fun. You see, Sonal? You see those jabs? But I understand her. Like, she's like, no one missed her. And to be honest, that event, it was really nice. With or without Vera, actually, Real Houses of Nairobi is doing just fine. Just fine. Sonal said that she's let the beef go. She's like, she's been a wife for like what, 25 years. She's like, Vera is just starting. She just had her first child. She's pregnant with her second. She wishes her nothing but the best. Susan does want them to make up, but also Susan is like, you know what, take the time, I don't care, do you guys do you. Like, I'm not interfering, which is good. That's a good thing, and I'm glad they're also not putting Susan in the middle of this thing. But I also feel like Susan is the one who's like, you know what, I am not coming in between this, okay? When you guys decide to sort it out, you sort it out. Susan asked Sonal, if Vera was to ask for you guys to meet, would you meet? When I tell you I love this answer, Sonal is like, of course. I'm a big sister. I'm not childish. I'm not immature. I can sit down with Vera and talk. You know what I thought when she said that? I thought of Dr. Maria. Vera could not sit down with Dr. Maria and just have a grown-up conversation. Vera wanted Dr. Maria to apologize to her in front of everybody. So that's, I felt like when she said that, she's like, I'm not childish, I'm not immature, of course I'm going to sit down with her and talk to her. So now I would have accepted an apology, with or without an audience. Vera, you see, that's how grown-ups talk, okay? So now in her confession, like, she can fix her ass, she can fix her face, she can fix her boobs, but stupidity will never fix. Now this is what I'm not sure about. The confessionals are filmed after you guys have filmed the show. So are you guys good? Are you guys not good? Because we've seen Vera has apologized to you, but you keep saying things like those. So are you guys good? Are you guys not good? I want to know, okay? I want to know. But then again, I understand Sonal. Like I said, for me, I would have taken my time with Vera. I would have taken my time. But Sonal just seems like a sweet person. She seems like somebody who just lets it go quickly. Like she doesn't like to hold on to a grudge or a beef for so long. But I also think she does that because she knows her mouth. Because even when they were talking with Susan's like, you've thrown me under the bus. We've had fights. And she's like, yes, I've thrown you under the bus sometimes. We've had fights and we just talk and we're good. So I think Sonal knows her mouth, so she's like, oh, I can't even hold a grudge for so long because I'm probably gonna mess up again. So let's just be good and wait for me to mess mess up. But she says she's let it go, to be honest, and she doesn't want anything negative when it comes to her. Their gold tea comes, they drink it. Susan was the most excited. Susan was the most excited. Susan is even telling Sonal, please, can you stop stirring the tea, okay? Just drink it. Acha kuwa Mkenya sana. Kunywa tu chai bila maneno nyingi. Gold is stuck on Susan's lips. I loved the scene. I love their friendship, okay? Dr. C and Lisa meet up to play golf. Lisa is the one who invited Dr. C. Dr. C is like, I have done a lot of events at the golf club. When it comes to Samantha Bridals, I am part of the country club, but she does know nothing about golf. Of course, Lisa knows everything about golf. So she's there showing. First, she told Dr. C to come wearing a look, okay? Don't come here looking like you're from the office, okay, Dr. C? When I tell you Dr. C has legs, those are the Luya legs. She has cute legs, beautiful legs. Jesus, Dr. C. So Lisa is showing Dr. C how to play golf. She's catching up real quick, and then Dr. C started telling Lisa, yo, listen, me, I went to the doctors to get some fillers. Lisa was like, what? Fillers? And I understand Lisa. Remember, she has she recovered stage 4 cancer. She survived that. So this is someone who has to watch what she takes in, what she eats, what she drinks, everything. Like, so when you tell her that you're injecting collagen into your skin, she's very wary about that and very skeptical. She was like, Dr. C, come on, don't do these things. Have you done enough research to know what you're putting inside your body? When they dissolve, where do they go inside your body? To be honest, I would ask all those questions. So I understand Lisa completely. Dr. C is like, when I woke up, my face was swollen. After doing the injections, her face was swollen. She was told to put some ice, but she didn't put some ice. So I'm wondering, what did your husband say, Dr. C? Because you did say, your husband said, like, there's no Botox or fillers in this house. So I wonder what your husband said. Lisa said that she wouldn't do this. She wouldn't put such things into her body. And again, I understand that she has been through a lot when it comes to her medical history and journey. So I get what she meant. I get it. There's one thing Dr. C in her confession said, if there's a ministry in Kenya that works, it's the health ministry. Dr. C, I think you're out of touch. That's not true. There's no ministry that works in Kenya. You are lying. Either you're lying or you just don't know. Because the Ministry of Health is not really doing anything in Kenya. Okay? So Minnie and her family invited all the ladies to come with her to Gatundu. She's going to a children's home. They're going to give back. So everyone was invited. Lisa couldn't make it. The reason Lisa couldn't make it is because Lisa said the event was that they were supposed to be there by 1 o'clock, and it was 3 o'clock, and she had a dinner with international rally drivers that she couldn't miss. So she had already bought her donations. So she called up Minnie, let's meet up, take my donations, and best of luck. When they met up with Minnie, Lisa was like, Minnie, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of what you're doing. And this is what I don't get with people saying that Lisa is racist. I don't see that Lisa is racist. Lisa and Minnie go back and forth with each other. They both jab each other. The time I felt like Lisa just went overboard is when she talked to Charles and talking about Minnie's wigs. But apart from that, their banter, they're the same. They go at each other the same way. We've seen Minnie also being shady towards Lisa. But if Lisa is shady towards Minnie, you call it racist? No, I don't think she's racist, to be honest. Vera sent her donations. She couldn't come. Again, I understand Vera is pregnant, to be honest. Like, she can't be back filming every single day, every single time. I hope, let's wait and see if she comes back for season 2. she's not pregnant. We'll see if she's the same, if she's late, if she doesn't show up for events or group gatherings. So Susan and Sonal and Dr. C came. Dr. C came with her husband and her child Andrea, and Andrea's friend called Naima, I think. Susan, where were you going? You looked a little bit too dressed for a children's home. I still love it though. I still like, you are extra. It's okay, darling. It's okay. That's you. That's you. So Susan and Sonal came in together. Dr. C came with her husband. They all met at Gatundu, and then they decided to wait. Before they did that, what happened first? They started eating, and it was beans and rice. When Susan and Sonal was sitting there talking, Sonal was like, "This reminds me of how I grew up." And then Susan was like, "High school." I was like, "No." Sonal means that's how she grew up. Susan is like, "That's high school." And most of us, yes, high school, it was either rice, beans, amagideri. So that was so funny, saying, I even prefer githeri. I'm not a Nairobian, I'm a githerian. Kungekuwa na githeri pia, ningekula. When I tell you, they were from drinking gold tea to sitting down to eat rice and beans, and they wanted githeri on top of it. Listen, I love me some meat. I would have told Minnie, can I just buy some meat? You guys need to cook some meat. I don't care if you mix it with the beans. Let me have some rice, beans, and meat, please. Sipia, the kids will have to eat. Allah. I would have just told her, please, let me just buy some meat. I love me some meat, okay? The ladies decided to talk to the girls, and then the men, which is Charles and his friends, decided to talk to the boys. So the ladies, who started? Susan started. Susan was like, you have to be clean whether or not you're in your periods. They showed her giving a demonstration of the pads, and then, oh my god, Sonal came, and Sonal started talking about how she grew up. She just used to use a lesso when she was in her periods, wash it, dry it, she'll use it the next day. Like, you really cannot. I don't understand. I did not think Sonal came from poverty. I really did not think Sonal came from poverty. And every time she opens up about her past, I get to see, like, she's really from humble beginnings. Her and Minnie from humble beginnings. Like, those two have talked about where they started. I'm really, really glad that Sonal opens up and says this. I'm glad that Minnie opens up and talks to us and tells people these things, especially when they were telling the girls at that moment. Because you know why? A lot of girls right now, you're just looking at someone like, oh my god, you think it's just like that. Mama, you think they didn't go through shit. Like I said, I didn't even think Sonal grew up like that. And her story last episode and this episode, you can see that Sonal is not like from this rich family, like you would assume, right? So I'm glad that they were telling the ladies this. Minnie started talking to the ladies. Minnie was like talking about boys, and you shouldn't just listen to the boys right now. You're small girls. Just soma kwanza. And then Dr. C came, and Dr. C was talking about sex. I loved that they did this. This scene really warmed my heart. Susan said that she is adopting 2 kids. Minnie was like, a school fees like 15K per term. She was like, I can handle 2. And we see the 2 girls that she adopted. That was really nice of Susan. They went and planted trees. Susan was struggling there with her dress and her hat. They went and planted trees. That was so nice. This scene warmed my heart. Like, Minnie, I pray that you never change. Just be who you are. Except props, okay? Minnie, don't come with props. Props are always flat when you try and do props. But anything else, Minnie, that was really nice. Susan goes to Sonal's house. Sonal said that she wants to pray. Sonal said that she's not a very religious person, but she does have her moments, okay? She has her moments. So Susan came in, dressed up, of course. And then y'all know that Sonal is going through depression, so she played a podcast talking about how to deal with depression. While that was going on, Dior, her dog, started having a panic attack, like legit panic attack. Even Susan was like, wait a minute, what is going on? What is going on? She didn't, also didn't know that that's how dogs react. And Sonal was just trying to calm the dog down. Sonal kept calling Grace, but Grace didn't come. I think it was Grace. Kept the dog, kept calming the dog down. The dog eventually came down. Thank God Dior didn't have the glasses that she had. Is Dior a he or a she? I'm assuming it's a she. Thank God Dior didn't have the glasses that she had last episode, because with that panic attack, those glasses would have been broken. Anyway, that's not funny, but you get what I'm saying. Susan starts telling Sonal, listen, I also had depression a few years ago, and I'm just telling you, take it a day at a time. Sonal, she appreciates that, and Sonal's like, let's go pray. And she's like, Susan, just pray for me. Susan prayed for Sonal, and Sonal, I don't know, Sonal said that she's had friends, but were they really friends? So she's appreciative, and she's very grateful for Susan. I don't know if Sonal has had I don't know Sonal and her friendships, because the way she talks about Susan is like Susan has really been there for her, and most of her friends have not been there for her. And I feel that's why she really loves Susan. All in all, that was really amazing, and it's good Susan is there for Sonal, especially now with her depression. It's good that Susan is there for Sonal. Her depression, her divorce, and all this. It's good that Susan is there for Sonal. Minnie invited all the ladies to go to the national park, and Minnie was like, you know what, this time, I'm not giving Vera the chance to be late or to not come. So I'm going to pick her up. So Minnie went to pick up Vera, and she had this megaphone, and she kept screaming Vera's name outside her house. Imagine the neighbors, Minnie. They would have been pissed. I'm pretty sure they were pissed. She called. No one was opening the door for her. No one. Someone just picked and then closed the door. So Minnie was like, I've wasted my time, I've wasted my fuel, let me just go. But as soon as she was leaving, just when she was about to leave, Vera popped up. So the other ladies were already at Nairobi National Park. They were waiting for Vera and Minnie. And Vera and Minnie they saw the car, and this was like, Vera is actually in the car. Who went to hug them? I think Susan and Sonal went to hug Minnie. And I don't think we were supposed to see this, because I think Vera was like changing or something. I was like, what is Vera wearing? So there's like this bodysuit that she has on is bareback, and then there's another top inside. Like, girl, are you not hot? Are you not hot? Like, okay, I don't understand. I don't know what Vera was wearing, okay? Minnie had organized some Maasais for them, and they were outside. They were just there, the Maasai dance. And when I tell you, Susan was jumping up and down. And again, Susan, what are you wearing? You're going to the national park. Susan, do you have anything casual? I don't think Susan has anything casual. When Susan was jumping up and down, I remember, oh shit, she's Calais. Although she said that she's partly Maasai. Plus, Susan has the height, okay? So even if she's not even jumping very high, you just see like she's. But that was a nice one. So what was her name? So now was not jumping. So now said she couldn't jump. Vera, of course, is pregnant. She couldn't jump. So now they like, just carry me. And one of the Maasai guys carried her. And then Sonal pulled Vera aside, and before Sonal could say anything, Vera was like, no, let me talk. And Vera was apologizing, like, you're like a sister to me, you're like an older sister, and I feel what I said was wrong, and I want to apologize. I will say this, I am glad Vera apologized even before Sonal said anything. That was very mature. That was really nice. I'm glad she apologized, because I didn't think that she would apologize, to be honest. But I felt like I don't think this is the only reason she apologized, but I think this is partly why she apologized, because everyone else was like, you're wrong, and she was not at the lingerie party, lingerie events. She was not at the Sorisha event because nobody even called her to tell her, yo, we're done. So I felt like Vera was like, I need to apologize because these girls are not going to film with me. Maybe I'm not saying like that's the 100% the reason, but I feel like that's one of the reasons that she apologized, to be honest. So they meet the tour guide, and then the tour guide started talking about the animals, and then he was speaking in English, and Susan was translating in Swahili, and they were like, "Why are you translating?" And Susan like, "I'm just trying to prove a point because you people think I can't speak Swahili. You people," she means Minnie, and Minnie in the confession was like, "Oh, you can speak Swahili." And then they say that Dr. C should translate. This is what I thought about this casino. I know it's all fun and games, is whatever, but it's not a flex to not know Swahili. If you're Kenyan, it's really not a flex to act like, oh my god, I can't speak Swahili. Ati unataka nini kwenda? It's not a flex for me. When you do that in front of me, I just look at you like, ugh. And especially if you've never even left the country and you're acting like you can speak Swahili, are you dumb? You're not smart. You're not smart, okay? So I get that this is supposed to be like a fun thing, but nah, it's not a flex for me. Dr. C, why don't you know Swahili? I'm pretty sure you know Kiluya. Why do you have a problem with your Swahili? I don't understand, Dr. C. Why do you have a problem with your Swahili? So they're walking around. They pass the hyenas. They pass the leopards. What else do they? Because something like that. They pass that, and let me tell you, the tour guide was not even doing his job. Why? Lisa knew everything. Lisa was like, this is this. If the tongue of this one touches you, it's like sandpaper. It's the worst facial. Then like the skin will come off. Lisa was the tour guide. They got to a point where the rhinos, and then Lisa called Minnie like, Minnie, let me tell you what you have in common with these rhinos. And Minnie knows this is something shady. So Minnie's like, what? Lisa says, both of you are horny. I told you guys, Lisa and Minnie, they go at each other. Even Lisa said in her confessionals, me and Minnie, we always go at each other. And what did Lisa say? She said, anataka kuwasha moto kidogo. So this thing of you guys saying that Lisa is super racist, I do not see it. I really don't see it. Maybe once we get to know Lisa better, like season 2 or season 3. But honestly, this season I have not seen it. Minnie got back and was like, at least I have a man who can sort me out. Where's your man? See, they go at each other. Minnie in the confession is like, Lisa wants to be me, Lisa is jealous of me, and all this. They go at each other. We're not gonna sit here and act like Minnie doesn't also shade Lisa. Minnie shades Lisa, but when Minnie shades Lisa, it's fun and games. But if Lisa does the same, oh, it's too much. No. They got into the tour car, so they were driving around to see more and also to get to where they were going to have dinner. And then Vera was like, thank God, because I was tired of standing up. I can imagine the whole day she's been, okay, no, not the whole day, but most of the day she's been up. She's 8 months pregnant. That bitch was tired. They get in the car. They shot some cute videos of them in the car having fun, laughing, and then they saw some crocodiles and all this. Like I said, Lisa was the tour guide because Lisa knew everything. They got to the dinner setup. Let me tell you, Minnie redeemed herself because the KNT Minnie, you start people called samosas, so you had to redeem yourself, and she did. That setup looked amazing, so she did redeem herself. So they played a game. So Minnie decided, let's play a game before the food arrives. And honestly, the winner was Minnie. And it's the way she imitated Dr. C. From the accent to the mannerisms, everything. Like, that bitch is an actress. I swear, the way she talked about she was talking about Dr. C. Even Dr. C, well, she got some of it right. Do I see myself that way? No. Do other people see me like that? Okay. But Minnie caught it. Minnie did it right. Of course, Vera was not happy with how Lisa imitated her, so she asked Minnie to do her again. But like I said, Minnie, when it came to Dr. C, it was 100, Kabisa. Like, it was on point. What's her name? Susan stands up and says that she wants to invite all the ladies to Malindi for her 40th birthday. She's a fashion icon. She's a legend. She is the moment. So she invited everybody to Malindi. And then she sent everybody a video of how it's supposed to look, because she told everyone to come as the best sexier version of themselves, something like that, but they have to be sexy in Malindi. Okay, all in all, this was a nice episode. This was a good episode. You see, when you know you're wrong, just apologize and move on. And I'm glad Sonal is not like some of us, because some of us, we will not accept the apology, or will act childish like Vera, how she acted with Dr. Maria. But I'm glad that Sonal also accepted the apology, so we can also keep the show moving. You know, we don't need to be stuck at, oh, I'm still mad at you, you talk this about me. We'll probably rehash it at the reunion, but let's keep the show moving. So this was a good episode, y'all, and let me see you guys next week. Bye bye.